Hey, what is up guys? Jay here, back at it in a rainy day with an e-bike that is super affordable. This one is $379, and for this you get an e-bike that is promising up to 22 miles an hour, and who knows if maybe it is restricted and we can possibly go even faster. It does have a 48 volt battery, 7.8 amp hours, and it comes with a 500 watt motor with a peak power of 750 watts. Yes, we do get front and rear mechanical brakes as well. The tires are not the fat ones, so they are standard tires, but it does have spoke rims. We get front lights, rear lights, and it comes even with a lock, a phone holder, and a tire inflator as well. So this is a pretty complete e-bike if you guys think about it. For this price, it is quite amazing. And my main interest is to see how fast we can really go at this price point and for how long. So typically with a battery of 7.8 amp hours, 48 volts, we get about 25 to 30 miles in range, even though it is promising up to 50 miles in range. Well, that's only if you're using the pedal assist mode and helping the bike. It comes with 3 different riding modes. It has a smart LCD display as well, and it even comes with a rear rack and a wide seat as well. So this thing, guys, is super awesome. To assemble it, all we need to do is what we typically do, which is the front tire, the handlebar, the pedals, and maybe just tweak a few things here and there. Maybe the rear rack needs to be assembled, inflate the tires, make sure that all the bolts and nuts are secure. That way you avoid an accident. I think this thing also comes with tools, but I believe that some of these tools are a little bit generic and I don't use them. I have my own tools, but yes, it comes with tools as well, but you can use your own. And this thing looks really cool, and this color also looks pretty cool because it does have some blue in it, and I like the combination between white and blue. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here with the assembly, and then we're going to talk about the functionality of this VIPDRIVE 26-inch e-bike. So while the rain keeps hitting us, we have finished our assembly and everything looks pretty good. We got our phone mount assembled. It is pretty cool. So the way it works is that when you place your phone, it automatically closes, and when you need to release your phone, you simply press on these 2 tabs from the sides, and that's how you get it off. You also had to install this little ring bell. Even though it is not the best warning system, I prefer an electronic horn, but at this price point we can't really get picky. So we have the Shimano 7-speed system. We have our little twist throttle here to the right with the brake lever. We have the left brake lever, and we have our little display. So this is a very simple display, and as you can tell, it gives us the battery, the odometer, the miles per hour, and again, you can see right at the bottom how many miles we have ridden. If we press on the power key, it gives us the trip, the time, the max, and the average. Okay, and then it goes back into the odometer. So to unlock the speed, I'm going to show you that right away. So you have to press and hold the plus and minus. All right, and then in this case, I turned on the light. Yes, if you press and hold the upper one, it'll turn on the headlight and the tail light. But then if you press these 2, you have to use both fingers. It makes it a little bit easier. You're going to get into the TC/N settings. When you see that, you simply press and hold the power key and the minus. Okay, so you do that, and this will bring us to the LD settings. This is for the wheel diameter. You don't want to touch that if you press on the power key once. This is L5, and L5, that's going to be your maximum speed. It came at 35 kilometers. I set it up to 99 kilometers, and now I'm able to do up to 25 miles per hour in speed, which is exactly what I mentioned to you guys earlier that most likely we could do. So now all we have to do is actually press here the power key for a few seconds, and that'll take us to the main settings. And now if we place this on the pedal assist number 3, you will notice that it is marking 25.1 or 25.7 in this case miles per hour. So out of that, if I can get at least 23 at this price point, that will make it one of the fastest, cheapest e-bikes that I have reviewed on the channel. I think this is the second one. We have one that was sold at Walmart, but this is our second one. This one comes from Amazon. It is only less than 400 bucks, guys. I mean, for everything that it comes with, it is super awesome. This battery is removable, and this is that 7.8 amp hours that I was mentioning before. To unlock it, you simply insert the key and then move it counterclockwise, and now we can simply lift it, and boom, here it is. So we have a little power indicator right here giving us somewhat of the battery that we have as of charge inside of it, but this is not 100% accurate. I will go more with the display, and right here we can once again see the specifications of this particular unit. And then on the right side here is where we have the charging port along with the on and off switch. So just keep in mind that out of the box it comes on the off position. You have to put it on the on position and charge it for at least, I think it charges in about 3 to 4 hours approximately, because it does have some charge in it, and that's it. So to reinsert it, all you have to do is do everything in reverse. Just simply slide it through like so, and then move this to the right. And if you want, you can leave the key on here, but if you're going to leave it somewhere in public, you might want to take this off and possibly even remove the whole battery. That way nobody steals it. So yes, that's how we get this thing set up. Super easy. Now what I will do is just use it for a few days, add some miles into it, and give you guys the real review of what this product really is, who it's for, and if it's worth it or not. Let's go ahead and start here by turning on the bike. And right now I have only 5.6 miles. Not a lot of testing. This is a, as we know, super affordable e-bike, so I'm not expecting it to have any kind of miracle to it. But what I can tell you is that unlocking it is definitely worth it, guys. And so here what I have done is that I attach my phone to that included phone mount, which is nice. Go ahead and make a left. I wanted to go to a different park, but I think I'm just going to go to the one that we always go to. And well, we have a full charge on this e-bike right now. It is fresh off the charger. So what that means is that we're really going to test and see with how much, if it makes it back, with how much we can make it back with, guys, in terms of that charge. So what I'm going to do here is, as always, we're going to start with the speed test, okay? And I'm going to start with pedal assist number 1. So pedal assist number 1, it's super slow, as we can tell. So it looks like we do about 9 miles. This is almost, I would say, more like jogging type of speed. Now we're going to jump into speed number 2. And I would assume, as always, this takes me to about 14-15 miles an hour. And we are, in fact, doing 13, which is quite surprising because, well, you would never suspect that speed number 3 is going to take you all the way up to 22 miles an hour. So, yep, that took me to 13. And the last one, this one unleashes everything. Keep in mind that we did unlock it. And the maximum speed that I got from this e-bike unlocked was about 23 miles an hour, give or take. So right here, we're doing exactly 23 miles an hour. Now, what I can tell you is that at this price point, this is an amazing little e-bike. And well, something that would surprise me even more is if I can make it back to the house, in which you guys will know and see. Right now, we left the house with about 5.3 miles. We had done a little over 1 mile. And I think this park is about 6 miles to get there and 6 miles to return. Now, this being a 7.8 amp hour battery, if we can make it there and back and still have some charge, I would say this is an amazing deal. Surprising enough, this e-bike is super comfy, and I mean like super comfy. It has a wide seat, fully adjustable. It doesn't have rear suspension, but we do get a front suspension, which is not adjustable either. But hey, it is doing its job quite well. So far we have done just about 2-mile ride, and it's been fantastic. When it comes here to the handlebar, these are not very wide. I think these have to be about maybe 18, 19 inches at the most. And typically we get with these e-bikes like a 21, 22 inch in total length here. So yeah, these are not very wide. But if you're riding on narrow places like I am right now, this could help quite dramatically. So we have our little Shimano system here. This is a 7-speed. This is like a universal type of thing. I mean, I've seen a lot of bikes at this point that have it. And the display on this e-bike is not on the middle like many others, but that's okay. It does its job quite well. And even with sunglasses and being a sunny day, I can still see everything. I can still see my speed. I can see everything, including the odometer. I can see the battery indicator. So it's going to be quite clear. The bell does its job, but it's always better to have an electronic horn. But hey, it's there and it's working fine so far. So here we are taking that nice shortcut to this Okehilly Park. All right. So I was applying both brakes, and as you guys can tell, that took, I don't know, that took a good almost 20 feet to come to a complete stop. But I was going decently fast as well. So when it comes to the braking power, well, this is not going to be a powerhouse as we know. But so far, guys, I am quite impressed with overall how this thing feels. Now, another thing is the fenders on this e-bike, they do rattle a little bit. Maybe I forgot to adjust them a little bit better. Or maybe I need to do that because I did adjust them, but something is rattling a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that, and I think it's coming here from the front one. I think I spotted it. Yep, I just moved it with my leg. It was the rear side. It's doing it again, but that's not a biggie, guys. If it bothers you a lot, just either play with it or take the whole thing off, and you might be just better off that way. The suspension feels okay on the front. It's not too stiff, but it's not too soft. And well, we can do a little bit of grass riding here. And yeah, even though it is not the most pleasant feel, just because we don't have rear suspension, but it's not terrible either. So that's good. So we finally made it here to this Okehilly Park. And I just like it because it has a little bit of everything. And looking at it, we just lost a bar for the battery. So we have done now just about, wow, it's been almost 5 miles. The Shimano system, as I was talking about before, it works great. It's super calibrated, no issues, no misalignments. Right now I'm on 5th gear. And it is working fantastic, guys. No issues. Everything is shifting just fine. With the sensors that we have on the pedals, or on the pedal, well, I gotta say that it just takes you to the max speed of that pedal assist mode that you're in. So, for instance, if the maximum throttle on speed number 3 takes you to 23 miles, well, you're gonna get the same results with the pedaling as well. So that means we have a torque sensor on here, and it's not a cadence sensor. We're about to do the hill test. This is the Okehilly Park, as I said earlier, and this is a great testing that I do here because this has like the perfect incline, guys, and it is actually climbing me at 10 miles an hour. That's not too bad for a heavy guy like myself. So now we're going to try here the climbing off-road. Now I have a high feeling here that it's going to fail. This is not a off-road bike, guys. That's why it's called Urbanite. It is for urban places and not off-roading. Okay, so otherwise it would have been like off-road monster or something like that. You see right here, I had to pedal already. You guys are seeing this here with my Insta360 that I do have to pedal. I can feel that little motor screaming, but I am not surprised because I can still climb it somewhat okay. It's getting a little bit heavier around here, which is the end. But I'm not surprised because this is only a 500 watt motor with a peak power of 750 watts. So it does okay climbing hills if you have gravel, but it doesn't do so great if it's off-road. So keep in mind, guys, that for accessories we have a rear rack, which is awesome. We get decent components all the way around. We get a light and a tail light, in which the light turns on by pressing and holding the plus key. You can see the little icon on the display, and it does illuminate great. It has decent angles, or the wide angle is decent. And the same thing for the rear. We don't have turn signals, but again, at around 400 bucks, I'm not expecting them to include them either. I think that with everything you're getting, like I've been saying throughout the video, it is offering more than a great deal. So now we are starting our way back to the house. I think we have done pretty much everything on this e-bike. We did a little bit of off-roading, we did a speed test, we did a hill climbing test, we did a stopping power test. Now we're gonna do an endurance test. But of course, you guys may not want to see that all the way through. It's gonna take me another like 15 minutes to get to the house. So of course, I'm going to cut it a little bit and then just take you to the house directly, and then we're gonna talk there and see whether or not this e-bike made it. And of course, I'll be showing you the remaining battery level. We just made it back to my community with a little bit of battery to spare, nothing too crazy. This thing is quite impressive, guys, for the money. And wow, this thing really amazes me that for the money, guys, I was able to go and make it back. As I told you guys before, even though they claim that their batteries can do literally miracles, well, I'm here to let you guys know that that's not the case. But even as it is, for this money, that's quite impressive. And we are still going strong at about 20 miles an hour. The maximum that I got was 21 with the battery at this level, which we are on the last bar. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but we are at the last bar right there. Okay, and I can still feel the torque. So we have done a total of 18, about 13, almost 14 miles in total today. And yeah, guys, we are still moving here. So let's go ahead and make a quick stop and do the conclusion here. All right, guys, so if you're looking for a budget bike that moves around, that will take you to point A to point B, and you're not traveling too far, this is the e-bike. It comes with lights, it has decent power. I weigh 220 pounds, just did 13, almost 14 miles, and I was able to make it back home. To me, that speaks a lot. I think this thing is really cool looking. It is lightweight as well, and the battery is removable. So if you guys have any questions, just leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you guys on my next one.